Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's going to be kind of a little fun video, a little different than anything I've done before. I'm happy to say that I sent Jack a list of questions and he was kind enough to send a reply with some answers. So I'm going to go over that with you, and I told him I'd share it with the community, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share it, and I'll post this video on Thor so other people can know about it and get the word out just in case, I'll try to get everyone to see it. Okay, so the first question. Did page 99 in The Thrill of the Chase have a hint or hints? What do you think he said? I'm a big proponent that there are hints in page 99, one or two very big ones, in fact. Let's see what he said. Oh, tease. He did not answer this question. So what does that tell us, right? And I promise he did answer some questions. So don't think these are all just five non-answered questions. He did answer, and we'll get to that. But this one he did not answer. So what does that tell us? I don't know. To me, what's the harm in saying no? There are no hints. I don't see how there's any harm. There would only be harm if there are hints, right? And what is he trying to keep us from knowing? The location. So that tells me, and at least in my mind, confirms what I already believed and what many other people believe, is that page 99 had a hint to the location, right? Um, so he didn't answer it. I wish he had, but we can kind of figure out for our own or decide for ourselves if that his failure to respond, if that implies anything or not. Okay, let's go to question number two. Ah, Borders, right? Borders bookstore. Did you cross a state boundary during your walk from your vehicle to the spot where the chest was hidden? Well, again, this one I wasn't sure if he would answer because, state boundaries, it has to do with the location sort of, perhaps, so he might not answer it. And sure enough, he didn't answer this one, unfortunately. Now he did answer the other three, okay? So again, don't worry, I'll get to that. But he didn't answer this one. So what does that tell us? Well, it kind of tells us kind of the same thing as the last question. What would be the harm in saying he did not cross, excuse me, what would be the harm in saying that he did not cross a state boundary? There wouldn't be any harm. There'd be no way that a no would help anyone know the location. Only a yes would, right? So it leads me to believe his refusal to answer the question implies that the answer is yes. And if he were to answer yes, that would, largely reduce the search area because it would pretty much rule out places like the Bighorn, Cody, Lander, the three or four non-Yellowstone areas that people believe the chest could be at. So if he did cross a state boundary, really there's only a few areas that could be at, where you take into account where there's towns and roads and all that, and that's the three Yellowstone entrances that are in Montana, right? West Yellowstone, Gardner, and the northeast entrance outside of Silvergate. So that's what I take from it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Now he did answer the rest of these. Okay. How was the chest hidden? Guys, I hit myself over the head. I'm sorry. It was a really bonehead question. I totally laid an egg on this one. I don't know what I was thinking. It's just a throwaway. And I mean, obviously, you could guess what he answered. It was hidden in the nook. Yeah, no shit, right? Um, but anyway, sorry. I should have been much more specific when I was trying to say how it was hidden. I was asking, was it covered by leaves? Was it in a tree? Was it under a rock? That kind of thing. And I just asked a bad question, and it really bothers me because I pride myself on asking good, direct questions. But nonetheless, let's go to number four. Ah, this one. Were the clues contained wholly within stanzas 2, 3, and 4, or were the clues the 9 sentences? Wow, this one's been a pretty hot topic over the last few years, right? Are the 9 clues the 9 sentences? You have a group of people that think the clues are contained within 2, 3, and 4 stanzas, and this other group that thinks the clues are the 9 sentences. Well, what he responded. Let's see what Jack has to say. Oops, sorry. The clues are all directional, so no, not the 9 sentences. So there's a few things here to parse out. It's not the 9 sentences. So that right off the bat, he's telling you it's not the 9 sentences. Okay. Um, so that's gone. And there's people that still want to believe it. That's fine. I mean, there are people that still think the chest is out in the woods. So what can I tell you? But Jack's saying that the 9 clues are not the 9 sentences. Okay. Now, but what's also interesting is he says the clues are all directional, all of them, right? So now, what does directional mean? Does he mean directional as in north, south, east, west, up, down, left, right, directional? Or does he mean that the clues are directional in that Forrest is giving us direction to do something, right? Or is it both? It's very interesting. So if we go through the stanzas 2, 3, and 4, we have, uh, and I'll tell you what I think. You have begin it where warm waters halt, right? That's one. Begin it. He's telling you to begin it. And then two is, and take it in the canyon down. Now, in that one, he's telling you take it, and he's using the direction down. So, but so far, begin it and take it in the canyon down, not far, but too far to walk. Now, I've always thought that that's part of clue 2. So there's no more direction there, really. He's not telling us to do anything. So that would be part of clue 2. And then 3, put in below the home of Brown. We have put in the direction to put in, and then we have below, so a location, I guess, below. Um, then we go to the next. From there, it's no place for the meek, the end it's ever drawing nigh. Okay, I'm not sure what the direction is there. Is it nigh? Is it a left direction he's talking about? So, anyways, you get the point. Now, I think that shows that his answer here, that the clues are all directional, it backs up what I had thought, that my theory was that the 9th clue was, or excuse me, that the 9 clues are completely stanzas 2, 3, and 4, and the 9th clue is just take the chest and go in peace, right? It's a direction. He's telling us just to take the chest. And I've given a video why I've always believed that was clue 9. But because and quickly, it's because he's helping us. He said a clue is anything that helps you to get the chest. Well, if he's telling you just take the chest and go in peace, and then you combine that with the probability that was in Yellowstone, he's helping you get the chest by telling you to go in peace, right? So, anyways, that was number 4, and now number 5. Did the scrapbooks have hints? There's another big one that's been debated a lot. What do you guys think? Did the scrapbooks have hints? Well, I'll tell you what I always think. I've always said the scrapbooks have hints, and I've always said almost all of them have hints, right? Not just one here or there, but all of them. Well, let's see what Jack said. Jack doesn't agree. How about that? Says, I don't think he put hints in the scrapbooks. That's very interesting to me, right? Because for several reasons, I still believe that there are hints in the scrapbooks, and I don't think that's necessarily at odds with what Jack is saying. He's just saying he doesn't think so. He's not saying there definitely aren't, right? Also, you got to remember that Once Upon a While is all scrapbooks, and he either Doug Preston or Forrest had mentioned that there's hints in the book. So I'm convinced that the scrapbooks had hints, but I find it very interesting that Jack does not think so. So maybe, when Forrest said he used the book to find the clues, then that's probably exactly what he did. He used the book and what else he's told us, right? The interviews and Forrest's words, but I guess not the scrapbook. So it doesn't necessarily 100% mean that the scrapbooks don't have hints. I think it's just another way of going about solving the poem and finding the chest. Jack just happened not to use the scrapbooks as much or at all. So those are his answers. Again, Jack, thank you very much for answering. I appreciate it. I'm going to go over here to show you the email, because I don't want people saying, oh, I just put this on a Word document and trying to pass it off as an email. Here's the actual email. You can see it's from Jack, And here's what I wrote to them. And they're okay. All right. Well, leave your comments. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Um, uh, like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.